Oh, dude, this is a shiny toe.
Is it?
Yeah, should we see what a shiny toe is?
How do
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
come up and look.
Oh, you can see the
See?
name tag.
Oh, they're fast. They're
Whoa!
fast, dude. Look out, world.
I got the shiny toe. Oh, he dropped a bow?
The clip you just saw was uploaded in November 2014 by popular Minecraft YouTuber Vintage Beef, and is among one of the earliest videos from MineZ's prequel game mode, MineZ 2. MineZ 2 is a standalone game mode that took much of the pre-existing lore and mechanics from MineZ Classic and applied them to a new map with more extravagant builds, new quest features, and new mobs. The three most iconic mobs that were new to MineZ 2 were the Revenant, the Forsaken, and the Shiny Toe. The last of these, the Shiny Toe, was a mob that was common in the southern section of the map and was notorious for its speed and its tendency to teleport upon being hit, making it a nuisance to fight as a fresh spawn. Although MineZ 2 was shut down indefinitely in April of 2017, the legacy of the game still lives on in MineZ Classic, as you can still encounter a few builds from MineZ 2, like Ascendia, Helia, and the old Pluvia Spire build, in the current MineZ map. Additionally, the Revenant and Forsaken mobs from MineZ 2 can be found somewhat commonly in the northern regions of the MineZ Classic map today, as they were added as new mobs in 2020. However, the Shiny Toe has generally been an elusive feature from MineZ 2 that has been lost to Father Time, until now. This is how to fight a Shiny Toe in MineZ in 2023. There are technically two places that you can go to encounter a Shiny Toe in MineZ Classic as of the time of this recording. The first is the Ascendia Ruins dungeon, which is located in the Basil Desert near the middle of the map. However, this is not a recommended place to farm for them, as this dungeon is also littered with pigman, skeleton, and regular zombie spawners, which would make it an incredibly stressful endeavor to find a Shiny Toe in here. The second, and more ideal place to encounter a Shiny Toe is a little bit more broad. They can spawn anywhere with a Z coordinate north of -4000. If you are familiar with the MineZ map, you know that this is only a thin sliver of the map, as you can also see from this map, in which the Shiny Toe spawn area is shaded in green. This only leaves players a few options for places to encounter Shiny Toes that fit within this area. The first is in the northeastern jungle, as the terrain in this area consists of some flat plateaus, in which players can easily fight mobs that spawn in. However, I have found that this area spawns Shiny Toes in quite infrequently, and also spawns in ocelots that can become quite a nuisance. On the opposite side of the map, there are a few islands in the Northwest Archipelago that have a Z coordinate north of -4000. However, mob spawns on these islands seem to be more infrequent as well, and the area being surrounded by water can make this region inconvenient to travel to, and also inopportune for fighting mobs as there is very little surface area that is on land. For that reason, the best area I have found to encounter the Shiny Toe is in the stone and volcano areas of the map. This includes anywhere between the Ghost Fleet area and the Floating Islands area, as long as your Z coordinate is north of -4000. As you can see from this clip, I was able to encounter one just north of the area near Necromancer Tower and Dark Mansion. However, I have found that there is one specific area that is best for encountering the Shiny Toe and fighting it safely, and that is directly north of the Floating Islands. The terrain here is generally pretty flat once you get north of the massive stone peaks, and the surface area of stone is considerable, allowing for a fighting area that is pretty wide open. This can actually come in handy when fighting a Shiny Toe, given their additional speed and teleportation mechanics. So without further ado, let's go ahead and fight one. Alright, so as you can see, we got a Shiny Toe to spawn in. There it is right there. And as you can tell from the scoreboard on the right side of the screen, this is a live MineZ server. You can also tell from the tab, that's some of the usual suspects there. And from the coordinates as well, we are about north to northeast of the Floating Islands. And we're going to try to keep this as mano a mano of a fight as possible. So we're going to try to kill those zombies over there. I actually might be out of arrows. Yeah, I'm out of arrows. So I'll go ahead and Masamune up. And as soon as I walk over to this thing, I'm fighting it with a fist so that you can see the mechanics. And you can tell it is wicked fast. And you just saw those fire particles there. That's part of the teleportation mechanic. Sometimes they'll teleport towards you, sometimes they'll teleport away from you. You never really know. And that's part of the charm and also, I guess, annoyingness of this fight. As you can see, I'm taking some pretty crazy damage here, so I am going to splash. And I think we've made the point, so we can probably start fighting it with a smite sword in a second here, once it does another teleport or two here. And we'll be able to take it out. So that's the shiny toe. It's surprisingly similar to how it fights in MineZ 2 as well, or how it did fight in MineZ 2, except it's a little faster, and we're going to kill it now. And as you can see, that's 18 Shoppo XP, so it's treated like a custom mob. And that's the fight. Although they were not present in this fight, it is worth noting that all of the other major MineZ mobs can spawn in the same area that shiny toes spawn in. This means that you will likely encounter Revenants and Forsakens while you are farming to fight a shiny toe. This also means that Scorchers and Ocelots may spawn in if you are farming in the volcano or jungle areas respectively, where these mobs are known to appear. As you can see from the shiny toe fight we just completed, it is also easy to get caught off guard by the speed and teleportation of the shiny toe, but given its relatively low attack damage, it is hard to get killed by a shiny toe, unless of course you're using a fist like I was to prove a point. However, if you manage to get killed by one, you will be greeted by a custom death message. Let's check that out. Alright, so as you can see here, we got one more shiny toe to spawn, and like I told you guys, these guys run fast. And I decided for a fun experiment, I'm going to take off all of my armor, let it kill me, and see what the death message from a shiny toe is. If I had been thinking a little further ahead, what I would have done here is not brought as good of an inventory as I did. That way it's not a huge loss since we are so far north here. But, you know, why not? Let's take all the armor off, kill these zombies real quick just to make sure we definitely get the shiny toe death message. And then maybe just go up here so that we're on land. I wonder how many hits this is going to take. Okay, so it'll probably take 3. Yeah, 3. Okay, and it says, as you can see, Beyond Road could not outrun the shiny toes. So that tells you right there. Everyone that's on the server now that has public or global death messages on now knows that shiny toes are back in the game. So that's pretty cool. The key to encountering a shiny toe in the present day is patience. You may get lucky and encounter one within 5 minutes of arriving at this area. However, there have also been times where I've waited for over a half hour without finding a shiny toe. But eventually, one will appear, and you will see for yourself that the mob that was assumed to be a lost relic from MineZ 2 is still on the MineZ Classic map today. And that is how you fight a shiny toe in MineZ in 2023. Thank you for watching this video. This video is the first in what will be a mini-series where we go over some of the best kept secrets on the MineZ map today, and how to access them. In the next episode, we will break into the Mantle Dungeon and discover what is inside today, after having been locked for the better part of 6 years. That video has been a long time coming, and has been in the works for several months now, and I can't wait to share it with the community. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you know exactly when that video comes out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.